Good morning. I'm April Chadwick,
And I'm Diane Gertis.
and we're with the Mortgage Advantage TMA Corner. Happy middle of December, Mom. How are you?
I am well. How are you doing?
Good. I've got my Christmas little thingy on.
Oh, you
Get
do.
ready. 'Tis the season.
Yeah.
It's been cold here too, so can't complain.
I know my girlfriend's coming in next week, and she was talking about how it's been, she's from Houston, how it's been the 80s and how wonderful it's not. And well, it's going to be in the 50s next week. For the low, no, for the high. So that's amazing for all week for here in Phoenix. So anyway.
Well, I looked, the lows are in the low 30s and it may rain one day, which means we could maybe get some snow, which would be crazy, but you never know.
Wow.
So how are things in the lending world?
Well, things are slow. You've probably read because of the interest rates. Interest rates have come down a bit. So people are like, you hear the rates have dropped dramatically. Okay, well, they're not at 7, so that's a good thing. But they're still for the good, but they're still real. You can get below 6 if you're willing to pay what they call points, a percentage of the loan amount. Not maybe a full point or maybe a full point. It just depends a lot on the credit scores as well. So that's a good thing. The other is that the FHA came out today and they've raised the loan limits throughout the United States and considerably. And in Maricopa County, they're 500. It's going to be 530,150.
Wow, loan amount.
So one thing about FHA loans is that they're more forgiving for credit blemishes. They also, you can buy a home for as little as 3.5% down. And the rates are better. Rates are better on government loans, whether it be FHA or VA. So it may bring some opportunities for those out there to get into a home that originally, especially if it says purchase values have come down a bit. What a good thing is that what we're seeing is the sellers are paying closing costs. I've still had people push back and say, well, my realtor says I need to offer a full price offer, which I'm not going to get into whether you should do that or not. But all the contracts that we're getting, virtually the seller is paying the closing costs or some form of that. And where that really helps is if you're doing a 2-1 buy down, which what means is that you can have a lower rate for up to 2 years, or actually a 3-year buy down too. And instead of starting at, let's say, just for ease of math, 5.875, you can actually get into a loan at 4.875. Oh, there's Tony Bear. There's a Christmas Tony.
Say hi. Yeah, his little Christmas bow. Well, he was really interested in what we were talking about. The visit from the Christmas dog, Tony. Well, and yeah, and I mean, how crazy. We were talking about I think the last one we did was on the 2-1 buy downs. And then now with, like you were talking about with FHA limits going up, it's making it a lot. What a different place we are this year.
We did last year.
Yes.
Well, we're talking about affordability, and we're all looking for ways that it can be more affordable. So for our buyers and making sure they know their options, and people are still having to move, whether they want to or not. People are still having to move, and the rents are still high. I've read that, or you said that you had read or heard that the rents are coming down a little bit.
Yeah.
So whether they'll get to where they need to be, I don't know. But there's all sorts of explanations of why we're in this. I won't get into that, but at least we've got more affordable options than we had. I mean, I don't even think I'd even read about a 2-1 buy down this time last year. I mean, we used to do them back in the ancient days of 2010 and so, but so it's been, I will say, look, reflecting back on the year, it's been interesting.
I think so. And I'm really hoping next year I'm not going to use 2023 as, oh, it's going to be interesting. It was a learning experience. I just want it to be rad and all good things. Not that all good things haven't happened this year, but I feel the past 2 years, and it's all learning stuff, all the stuff we've never been through before, the pandemic, and then all the housing, and then with the prices going up, and then interest rates have never shot up that much before. So that's great. Aren't you glad we learned so much this year?
Well, and the other is, it goes to show, I don't care whose crystal ball you have. And, as you know, I have a crystal ball. I have an authentic one. I should go run and get it.
It's been a little cloudy lately.
It has been, oh my God. But just goes to show you just never know what's going to happen in the future. You can do the best plans. I mean, everyone's like, what are your goals for 2023? I work, it's difficult when you have this type of confusion, because the market is confused, and
Right.
you have this much change, and there is, in our industry, there is nothing that we can do. There is absolutely nothing. This was all put in the hands of the Fed. And the Fed is the one who made these decisions to raise the rates. No one could, this goes to show, no matter the best laid plans, no matter how much you plan, how great your plan is, and you just do not know the future. And I'm going to segue into something different. Not knowing the future, this is the time to make sure you let everyone you love know it. And celebrate all the great things that we've got going on in our lives. I mean, our children, our grandchildren, all the people that we share our lives with, our friends. We've just got so many things to be grateful and lucky for. Yeah, the rates have gone up. Yeah, it sucks. There is no other way about it. But there's opportunities out there. There are options. Maybe it's a good time to step back a little bit, enjoy the holidays, and get going again in January.
Absolutely. Look for a date.
Yeah, look for a date. Oh yeah. Anyone?
But no, I think it's exciting news. I think, like you said in a great way to say, like, everything's just readjusting. And I think that's exactly, I mean, I remember you and I in a meeting probably a month and a half ago, and we're like, we need affordability. What are they going to come out with? This, and this. And it just seems like it's gradually starting to adjust and get to where, it becomes a normal market again.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if anything's normal, but
Yeah, nothing's normal. People aren't normal. We're not normal. The market's not normal. So it's but it's going to be all right. We always get through things. That's why, what do they call it? Life.
Yeah.
That we always have these sometimes there's stumbling blocks, sometimes they're walls. So you need to get out your equipment and get ready to climb over it. But as long as you're out there and keep moving, because if those ones that become paralyzed, that become paralyzed with their own inner fears, or that you're criticizing yourself, don't do that. Just get out there and keep moving.
I think that's great advice. And I also think it's great advice. I think it's also kind of neat too, because I remember back in the day when I got in the business, when you would pre-qual someone, you kind of had all these different avenues, which way you want to do it, right? And then I do feel the last probably 5 or 6 years, or especially after the crash that we had, it was either going to be, you're going to be conventional, you're going to be FHA, VA, whatever. And now it's kind of like, ooh, do you want this? Do you want to do this? So I think it's a great time for anyone right now looking to buy, or thinking of buying, or was hesitant to buy. It's a great time to call Diane, because there are so many different options. Like, yeah, you can go this way, you've got this and this. And so I do feel the next, hopefully next quarter or so, we're going to see a lot more opportunity that way, and just enjoy the holidays. Right?
That's right. Just a time to be cheerful, time to put all the negative thoughts, if you have any, behind you. And don't be bitter. I mean, all that does is make your insides corrode. They're just and think of all the blessings that we have. And I don't want to keep going on, but this is the time of year. It's Christmas. Watch a Christmas movie.
We have to say we have one of the biggest blessings ever. My dad is turning 80 a week from today.
And unbelievable.
Woohoo! So, I mean, you got to appreciate that. And what is one of your favorite things to do during the holidays? Like, what is one thing you look forward to?
Watching Love Actually.
Oh, so sweet.
Yeah, and I enjoy Christmas Eve. I look forward to spending Christmas Eve and Christmas Day with whatever family is available to spend it with, because everyone's got their own obligations, and looking for that. That's what I look forward to. I look forward to our Christmas traditions that we always have about getting up early on Christmas Eve and going to our favorite spot for breakfast. We won't go into that.
Speaking of which, during this time, I hope everybody stays healthy.
Healthy, yeah. And be careful out there. Drive safely, or Uber. Be sure and Uber when you can.
Yeah, so. Uber for sure. For those that need an Uber.
For those who need to Uber.
What a fun one we did today. And once again, there's a lot of opportunity out there, and it's changing every day, and it's changing for the better. And so if you do have questions on anything, please give Diane a call. That's what she's here for, and she's ready for it, right?
That's right. I love answering questions, and I'm very, and I have a whole resource, a whole toolbox of individuals I can call, or I can go to, that whole Google thing. If I don't have the answer to something, I have people I can call and find. I will find it. Really should be a private detective. That's what I should be. If I stop doing this, that's what I'll do. I'll be a private detective. So if you see me at your door, like, what is my loan officer doing here? Oh, wow, you're a private detective now. So.
And your phone number is, how can they reach you?
480-235-5667.
And I'm April Chadwick. And if you have any questions for me, you can reach me at 602-740-5319. And we just hope for right now you're enjoying your December. Take a moment, step back, and just enjoy it. This is what the season that so many people love. Go look at some Christmas lights.
That's right.
All right. Well, you have a great week. Great weekend.
You too. Take care. Bye.